take my money. Take my money. Hi guys, it's Avalon here. Welcome back to Simply Avalon. And I know that this video is slightly out of the norm, especially since this is not a super new product, but I wanted to do a review on it anyway because it just started to appear in Ultas everywhere. And since I'm not necessarily allowed to buy stuff online, this was just like the happiest moment of my life. And today I am going to review, in case you can't tell from the title, BH Cosmetics collaboration with Carli Bybel, and it's her eyeshadow and highlighter kit. And I am so excited. I've already tried it out a few times, and I am going to show you swatches near the end. Don't worry, the clip will be there. I will actually link the time right here in case you're just interested in that. Look at this packaging. It's really cute. It comes in this magnetic strip box. I don't really know how to, it's definitely cardboard, but it is actually very sturdy, which really surprised me since some people like to compare BH Cosmetics to drugstore, but it pleasantly surprised me. So here is the palette. You can tell that it has this marbled look to it. I'm sorry if it's slightly a little bit dark, but that's just how my camera zooms in. And then this is how the back looks, just tells you all the ingredients. And here is what it says. 10 color eyeshadow and 4 color highlighter palette, sorry. And on the back, beauty expert and YouTube sensation Carli Bybel designed this versatile palette. The mix of mattes and shimmers makes it easy to go from amped up evening intensity to toned down daytime options. Anyway, here is what it looks like inside. Firstly, they give you a really nice camera, and say hello to my camera over there. And then they also give you all of these shades. Now, I am going to tell you guys, they do not have names for any of these eyeshadows. So when I do swatches, it's going to be from left to right. So here they are. Here are the, let me take off the little panel that they have that I'm keeping on because it actually totally protects the shadows. And they have a matte, and then demi-matte sparkly, and then tan, purple, and then you have another shimmer. You have 3 shimmer shades in a row, and then, well actually, sorry, 4 shimmer shades in a row, and then a nice matte brown. Now you can see, if you look very close, there do seem to be a few like sparkles in the brown, but when you actually put it on and swatch it, especially since I've also tried it on my lid, it's totally matte. I'm not sure why they decided to add sparkles into it, but it's totally matte. Then you have these gorgeous highlighters. And this is just a really pinky rose tone highlighter. Then we go to the middle, and you have this champagne colored highlighter. And then you have 2 more gold toned. This one's just like a full on gold highlighter, and then the last one is a bronzy gold highlighter. So you can tell that she really wanted to cater to all skin colors in this palette, and for that I'm just like, take my money. Take my money. So I'm gonna tell you from the top straight up, these highlighters are amazing. I've already swatched all of them. Now there are some that I just would not necessarily use on myself because, for instance, the first one is just a little bit icy, and I'll show you that swatch now. It's a little bit pinky, and as you can tell from my skin color, that's not natural on me. So unless I'm really just trying to show out with the glow game, it's just not going to be my everyday go-to. But when I mix these 2 shades, palette is fine. Do you see that? I just dropped it a good few feet and everything is intact. My heart. But either way, as I was saying, I like to mix these 2 middle shades together, and they look like that and that. And it comes up with a gorgeous, very natural looking sparkle on me. And I have tried the bronze one. It's very pretty, but it's a little bit dark. And even though I am turning slightly paler in the wintertime, I feel like I will be able to use this during the summertime. But I will have to tell you guys about that later. Now, when I actually tried on the shadows on my lid, I was pleasantly surprised to see that none of them creased, at least for the first 8 hours, which you would kind of, I mean, for some really high-end shadows like the Urban Decay ones, I wouldn't expect them to crease at all. But when it comes to BH Cosmetics, after the 8-hour, 12-hour mark-ish, so I'm gonna be totally honest, these shadows held up. The color was totally perfect, and the color payoff for my skin color is amazing. So I can only imagine how pigmented these are on paler skin tones. So this pigmentation is like immediate yes, good job. If you're looking for something that is more cranberry shaded though, which I know some of my friends was saying that this palette did have a cranberry shade, I would not recommend that you just buy it for the cranberry shade. And here is why. Firstly, you can go to Makeup Geek, and I know that they have like Cocoa Bear and other single shadows that would be much, much cheaper than buying a $14.50 palette. But the cranberry shade, it does not show up as cranberry as I would have liked it to. It shows up as like a deep mauve-y purple, but it doesn't come off as cranberry. Maybe that's just my skin tone, but that has been kind of like what I see. But when you swatch it, and I don't use primer at all on my swatches, it actually looks pretty cranberry. So I'm just not really sure if it's just like my lid is weird or what. Then these shadows, there are a few not so great ones, and you'll see that in the swatches, but they're very, very easy to blend, and they're easy to put onto the lid, which for me, that's a big plus, because when I use my other eyeshadows, especially if I use Ulta brand eyeshadows, they're not the best when it comes to actually having great color payoff and then also being able to blend without just disappearing on my skin tone. So that's a giant, giant plus. Now our highlighters. Now, I'm going to be totally honest, the highlighters, I have tried all 4 of them, although I have not worn the pinky shade for obvious reasons for a whole day, okay? I'm just not going to do that, at least not now. Anyway, these shades have great color payoff, but they do start to fade around the 5-hour mark. Now, I don't have any pictures. I may be able to insert a clip later on during the week when I decide to wear it again, but yeah, they do fade a tiny bit. And if you are an oily skin person like me, then you need to make sure you put on powder. Please put on powder, because I don't know if it was just like that area of my skin got super oily, but it looks a little bit weird when it oxidizes with your foundation, and it was just, I hate to call it a mess because it wasn't. It looked okay, but it just looked really, really oily and not glowy like I was going for. But this shadow palette really, really impressed me, and that is basically it with my review. I say that it's a definite buy. It is only $14.50 at my Ulta, and I'm pretty sure that's how much it costs online also. You can easily make it cheaper by getting coupons if you get magazines in the mail every month like I do. They always include a $3.50 coupon for $15 purchase or more. And yeah, swatching time!